Hi, boys and girls, it's Miss Escamilla, and today we are going to be refreshing our memory on the problem-solving model that we use to solve all problems that we do in math. If you were here in Birdville Independent School District last year, you will remember that we used a model called the UPSC model. Today, in this video, we are going to focus on the very first part of the model, which is the U part. The U stands for understand. I'm going to go ahead and put some big stars next to the word understand because this is the most important part of the model. In the understand part of the problem-solving model, this is where we really strive to understand what the problem is about, what is being asked of us to find out, and what are those important numbers that we need in order to solve this problem. So in the understand section of the UPSC model, the very first thing that you will need to do is to simply read the problem. Now, when I say read the problem, I don't mean speed read it. I mean read the problem carefully. Read the problem carefully, or even slowly if you need to, okay? Then the second step after you have read the problem is if there's any words that you don't know, so any words that maybe you don't know how to pronounce or you don't know the meaning of, you need to fix or clarify those words. So we need to fix or clarify any words we don't know. You could ask me for help. You could ask a friend for help. Maybe you just need to reread the problem again and look for context clues. But if there's any words that you don't know, you need to fix them up. Otherwise, it's really going to hurt the meaning of the problem. The third thing I would do is, after reading the problem carefully and fixing up any words that you maybe don't know, is to summarize the problem. Think about what the problem is asking you to find out and give an I need statement. In other words, you need to be able to say what it is you need to find out in order to solve this problem. So you would write down and you would need to find an I need statement. I need to find, and I'm going to put ... Okay, what is it that this problem is asking you to do? What do you need to find? Then, after you have determined what it is that you need to find, well, you need to just think about what are the important numbers in the problem that you need to use to find what you're looking for in step 3. So you need to determine what numbers will you need to use. Okay, so that is going to look like this. So let me give you an example. So if I were to give you this problem, it says the water slide is the most important ride at Water World. In the first year, 34,573 visitors rode the water slide. In the second year, 56,364 visitors rode the water slide. How many visitors rode the water slide in the first 2 years? So I just completed the very first step in UPS check. Okay, I'm going to put a check mark here. I read the problem and I read it slowly and carefully. Notice that I did not just blast right through it. Okay, the second step is to fix or clarify any words that we don't know. So I'm going to go back, and as I was reading this, I really didn't stumble upon any words. I know what a visitor is. I know what a water slide is. There really were no words that I really struggled with, so I think I'm pretty good on that part. So I'm going to skip on over to step 3. Step 3 says I need to find. So this is what I need to find out in order to be able to answer this question. So when I go back and I read carefully, this problem is about how many people rode the water slide at Water World in the first and second year. And then the question, I noticed that the question says, how many visitors rode the water slide in the first 2 years? That's what I need to find out. I need to find how many visitors rode the water slide in the first 2 years. Okay, step 3 is complete. Okay, the third part of the UPS check model is to determine what numbers we are going to need to use in order to solve this problem. So I notice that it says, so I'm going to go back and reread again. Notice that part of being a good problem solver is just reading over and over again to really understand what it is that we need to be doing. So I noticed that it says in the very first year, 34,573 visitors rode the water slide. I noticed that in the second year, 56,364 visitors rode the water slide. And I know that we need to find out how many visitors rode the water slide in the first 2 years. So this would be the first year, and this would be the second year. So those must be the numbers that I need to use in order to find the total amount of visitors that rode in both the first and the second year. So I'm going to go ahead and write those numbers down. And I'm going to label my information too. I love to be organized. So I know in the first year, I'm going to write that down. First year, 34,573 visitors rode the water slide. And I'm in the second year, 56,364 visitors rode the water slide. Okay, so I know that, and so now I know I need to find, well, how many visitors rode the water slide in the first year and the second year in the first 2 years. Okay, so that's the understand part of the problem. The understand part is the most important part, because if you do not take the time to read the problem carefully, clarify words that maybe you don't know what they mean or how to say them, and to really think about what it is you need to find and those numbers that you're going to need in order to solve the problem, then there is no way that you will be able to make a plan or solve or check the problem. So this is definitely the most important piece, the understand part of UPS check. All right. I'm going to stop there, and the next video will be about the plan part.